আমি এখন লাইভে এসেছি। লাইভে আমি ডিসকাস করবো একটা পার্ট টাইম জবের ব্যাপারে। ডিসকাসের পরে আমি সিভিল ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং ডিসকাস থাকবো। সিভিল ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং ডিসকাস পার্ট টাইম জবটি খুবই সিম্পল জব। ঘরে বসে 2 ঘন্টা টাইম ব্যয় করে স্মার্টফোন দ্বারা জবটি করা যাবে। জবের জন্য বয়স হতে হবে 20 বছরের উপরে এবং মিনিমাম এডুকেশন চাই HS পাস। জবের ওয়েবসাইট লিঙ্ক levetas.ecommerce.in, ওয়েবসাইট লিঙ্ক levetas.ecommerce.in। জবের জন্য সিলেক্ট হলে আপনাদের জুম ক্লাসের লিঙ্ক আসবে। সেই লিঙ্ক সেশন থেকে আপনারা কোম্পানি ফ্রি ট্রেনিং প্রোভাইড করবে। সেই ট্রেনিং দিয়ে আপনারা জানতে পারবেন আপনাদের কী করতে হবে। খুবই সিম্পল জব। ডেলি 2 ঘন্টা টাইম সোশ্যাল সাইটে ব্যয় করতে হবে। 2 ঘন্টা টাইম আপনাকে স্মার্টফোন দিয়ে সফটওয়্যার কোড প্রমোশন করতে হবে। জবের জন্য বয়স হতে হবে 20 বছরের উপরে এবং মিনিমাম এডুকেশন HS পাস। জবের অ্যাপ্লাইয়ের সময় আপনার নাম, আপনার বয়স, আপনার শিক্ষাগত যোগ্যতা, আপনার অ্যাড্রেস হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ মাধ্যমে পাঠাতে হবে। হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ মাধ্যমে পাঠানোর সময় একটা সফটওয়্যার কোড উল্লেখ করবে 107-684-976, 107-684-976। হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নাম্বার 8240306853, 8240306853। এখন সিভিল ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং ডিসকাস করব। সিভিল ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং পার্টে আমি যে ডিসকাস রাখি, পুরোনো ভিডিওগুলোকে আপনারা দেখবেন এবং ওয়াচ করবেন এবং কমেন্টস করবেন এবং ভিডিওগুলোকে লাইক করবেন এবং সাবস্ক্রাইব করবেন। Brick on edge flooring. A. Bricks of the specified strength shall be used conforming to its standard specification. Broken bricks shall not be used in the flooring except for closing the line. The brick shall be laid on edge. Bricks of the specified strength shall be used conforming to its standard specification. Broken brick shall not be used in the flooring except for closing the line. The brick shall be laid on edge. Mortar used shall be specified. In case of dry brick flooring, fine sand shall be filled in joint. Subbase. The subgrade shall be provided with the slope required for the flooring. The subgrade for flooring may be on concrete. In this case, the plinth masonry offset shall be depressed so as to allow the subgrade concrete to rest on it. In case of lime concrete subgrade, it shall be allowed to set for 7 days. If the subgrade is of lean cement concrete, the flooring shall commence within 48 hours of the laying of subgrade, failing which the surface of subgrade shall be roughened with steel wire brushes without disturbing of concrete. Before laying the flooring, the concrete subgrade shall be weighted and a coat cement slurry at the rate of 2 kg per square meter be spread over the prepared subbase in order to get a good bond between the subgrade and flooring. Where concrete subgrade is not provided, the earth below shall be properly sloped. Water damped and consolidated. Before laying the flooring, it shall be moistened. Soak of brick. Bricks required for flooring shall be thoroughly soaked in the stacks before use by spraying clean water sufficiently at regular intervals for a period of not less than 6 hours, so as to keep weight to the specification of the engineer in charge. In case the joints are to be filled with sand, the bricks need not be soaked. Laying. The brick shall be laid on edge in plain, diagonal, herringbone or other pattern as specified or directed. Brick shall be laid on edge on 12 mm thick mortar bed, and each brick shall be properly bedded and set home by gently tapping with handled trowel or wooden mallet. The inside faces shall be buttered with mortar before the next brick is laid and pressed on it. Vertical joint shall be fully filled from the top with mortar. The surface of the flooring during laying shall be frequently checked with a straight edge at least 2 meters long, so as to obtain a true plane surface with the required slope. Dry brick flooring shall be laid on the bed of 12 mm thick mud mortar with required slope. 12 mm thick mud mortar with required slope. Joint. All bricks shall be so laid that every joint become full of mortar. All face joints shall be racked to a minimum depth of 15 mm by racking tool during the progress of work, when the mortar is still given, in order to provide proper key for the pointing or plastering to be done. If plastering or pointing is not required to be done, the joints shall be struck, flush and finished at the time of laying. The face of brickwork shall be cleaned on the same day on which the brickwork is laid, and all mortar droppings removed promptly. For dry brick flooring joint shall be as fine as possible, and not exceeding 5 mm, and shall be filled up with fine sand. Curing. Except dry brick flooring, the work shall be protected from rain by suitable covering when the mortar is green, and shall be kept constantly moist for a minimum period of 7 days. Terrace flooring over brick flat. material, brick ballast that will pass through 3 centimeter dia, ring, surki and lime shall be of their standard specification. The ingredients shall be mixed at first dry and then wet to the required proportion. 100, 36 is to 18 as is usual. Brick ballast that will pass through 3 centimeter dia, ring, surki and lime shall be of their standard specification. The ingredients shall be mixed at first dry and then wet to the required proportion. 100 is to 36 is to 18 as is usual. Preparation of base. Excess earth or sand that has been thoroughly compacted in the plinth shall be removed to a depth equal to the thickness of the floor to provide room for this. The bed shall then be dressed with required slope to the floor towards its water outlet. A layer of second classes or picked jhama brick, as specially mentioned, shall then be laid with break joints, and the small gaps between them shall be filled up with local fine sand. Placing of concrete. The concrete shall then be laid to the specified thickness and thoroughly rammed and consolidated in position till the surface is smooth and no further impression can be made. During ramming, lime water shall be sprinkled on the surface to keep the concrete wet. Corners and edge where ramming is difficult shall specially be consolidated by wooden patterns according to the direction of the engineer in charge. The surface shall be checked frequently with split level and wooden straight edge to have a true surface. Terrace flooring over brick flat. Material brick ballast that will pass through 3 centimeter dia, ring, surki and lime shall be of their standard specification. The ingredients shall be mixed at first dry and then wet to the required proportion. 100 to 36 is to 18 as usual. Preparation of base. Excess earth or sand that has been thoroughly compacted in the plinth shall be removed to a depth equal to the thickness of the floor to provide room for this. The bed shall then be dressed with required slope of the floor towards its water outlet. A layer of second class or picked jhama brick, as specially mentioned, shall then be laid with break joint, and small gaps between them shall be filled up with local fine sand. Placing of concrete. The concrete shall be laid to the specified thickness and thoroughly rammed and consolidated in position till the surface is smooth and no further impression can be made. During ramming, lime water shall be sprinkled on the surface to keep the concrete wet. Corners and edge where ramming is difficult shall specially be consolidated by wooden battens according to the direction of the engineer in charge. The surface shall be checked frequently with split level and wooden straight edge to have a true surface. Curing the floor shall be kept wet for at least a week in 7 days. Curing the floor shall be kept wet for at least a week in 7 days. Artificial stone flooring or cement concrete flooring. Artificial stone flooring or cement concrete flooring. Usual thickness is 2.5 centimeter. The ingredients are cement, sand and stone chips in the proportion 1:2:4 or as specified. This is also known as pattern stone flooring. When crushed blast furnace slag is used as coarse aggregate. Artificial stone flooring or cement concrete flooring. Usual thickness is 2.5 centimeter. The ingredients are cement, sand and stone chip in the proportion 1:2:4 or as specified. This is also known as pattern stone flooring. When crushed blast furnace slag is used as coarse aggregate. The material coarse aggregate shall be stone chip, well graded from 12 mm down, free from dust, dirt, etc. Hard and rough. Sand shall be coarse, 5 mm maximum size, clean, free from dirt, etc. Cement shall be fresh Portland cement. Cement shall be fresh Portland cement. All the material as stated above and water shall comply with their respective standard specification. Subgrade. The subgrade shall be provided with the slopes required for the flooring. Flooring in veranda, kitchen, bath, water closet and courtyards shall invariably be provided with suitably slope or slope to drain off washing and rainwater. Clean masonry offset shall be depressed so as to allow the subgrade concrete to rest on it. The subgrade shall be provided with the slopes required for the flooring. Flooring in veranda, kitchen, bath, water closet and counteryard shall invariably be provided with suitable slope to drain off washing and rainwater. Plinth masonry offset shall be dressed so as to allow the subgrade concrete to rest on it. If the subgrade consists of lime concrete, it shall be allowed to set for 7 days, and the flooring shall be laid in the next 3 days. If the subgrade is of lean concrete, the flooring shall be commenced preferably within 48 hours of the laying of subgrade. The surface of the subgrade shall be roughened with steel wire brush without disturbing the concrete. The subgrade may also be RCC slab in all cases. The surface shall be cleaned, and before laying the flooring, the subgrade shall be wetted with a coat of cement slurry at 2 kg of cement spread over an area of 1 square meter so as to set a good bond between the subgrade and concrete floor. Top layer, the mix for terrazzo topping shall consist of cement with or without pigment, marble powder, marble chips and water. The marble chip shall be white or pink, black, yellow or any other color as specified. It shall be hard, sound, dense and homogeneous in texture. It shall be uniform to color and free from stains, cracks, decay and watering. From 6 mm top layer, size of marble chip shall be 1 to 2 mm. The minimum thickness of topping shall not be less than 8 times the maximum size of chips. The cement to be used shall be ordinary grey cement or white cement of required shade as specified. Coloring matter where specified shall be mixed dry thoroughly with cement and marble powder, and then marble chips added and mixed as specified. The full quantity of dry mixture of mortar required for a room shall be prepared in a lot in order to ensure uniform color. The mixture shall be stored in a dry place and well covered and protected from moisture. The dry mortar shall be mixed with water in the usual way as and when required. The mixed mortar shall be homogeneous and stiff and contain just sufficient water to make it workable. The terrazzo topping shall be laid while the under layer is still plastic but has hardened. This is normally achieved between 18 to 24 hours after the under layer has been laid. A cement slurry, preferably of the same color as the topping, shall be brushed on the surface immediately before laying it commence. It shall be laid to a uniform thickness slightly more than that specified in order to get the specified finished thickness after rubbing the surface of the top layer shall be traveled over, pressed and brought through the required level by a straight edge and steel float in such a manner that the maximum amount of marble chips come up and spread uniformly over the surface. The পলিশিং এর ডিসকাস হবে, আর টপ লেয়ারটাকে আমরা আরেকবার ডিসকাস করে নেব নেক্সট দিন। আজকে ডিসকাশন আমরা এখানেই শেষ করব। সবাইকে একটাই রিকোয়েস্ট করব, পুরনো ভিডিওগুলো দেখবেন এবং ওয়াচ করবেন এবং কমেন্টস করবেন, লাইক করবেন, সাবস্ক্রাইব করবেন। আর পার্ট টাইম যে জবটি আমি ডিসকাস করি, ওই জবটি খুবই সিম্পল জব। ওই জবটিতে চেষ্টা করবেন অ্যাপ্লাই করার জন্য। তবে জবের জন্য বয়স হতে হবে 20 বছরের উপরে, আর মিনিমাম এডুকেশন চাই HS পাস। অ্যাপ্লাই করবেন সফটওয়্যার কোড উল্লেখ করে 1076849766। হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নাম্বার 8240306852। আপনাদের কোনো এনকোয়ারি থাকলে আপনারা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে মাধ্যমে লিখে পাঠাতে পারেন বা আমার মেল আইডিতেও আপনারা পাঠাতে পারেন। আমি চেষ্টা করব যথাসাধ্য এনকোয়ারিগুলোকে ফুলফিল করার। ভিডিওগুলোকে দেখবেন, চ্যানেলটিকে ভালোবাসা দেবেন, লাইক করবেন এবং পুরো ভিডিও দেখবেন। ভিডিওকে স্কিপ করবেন না, স্ক্রল করবেন না। চ্যানেলটিকে লাইক করবেন, ভালোবাসা দেবেন এবং সাবস্ক্রাইব করবেন। ওকে, থ্যাংক ইউ, বাই।